Hey y'all, welcome back to Purpose Through Pain. Yes, welcome back. First, I want to say thank you. I have so much gratitude. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. Thank you to everyone who took the time to listen to my first episode, Breaking the Silence. Me just introducing my podcast with you guys, for allowing me to share pieces of my story with you. The love is real. The support is real. The encouragement is, oh my God. I'm so grateful, you guys. I thank you all for showing up. So let's get into it. Last episode, I introduced you to Purpose Through Pain and shared why I finally decided it was time to use my voice. But after we acknowledge our pain, we have to ask ourselves a question. Now what? What's next? What happens after we admit we've been hurt? What happens after we finally stop holding everything inside? For me, that's where healing begins. So today, I want to have an honest conversation about something I think so many of us are searching for: healing the heart. Healing the heart. Healing isn't what we think. You know, when people hear the word healing, they often think it means everything's suddenly okay. Like everything's all good. I'm okay. Like one day you wake up and all the hurt is gone, all the pain is gone. But that's not how healing works. Healing doesn't mean the pain never happened. Healing doesn't mean you forget the people, the moments, or the experiences that changed your life. Healing means learning how to carry things differently. It means finding your strength again, finding your peace, finding yourself. Because the truth is, and I'm sure many of us can relate to this, a lot of us are walking around carrying wounds nobody can see. Covering up, putting on masks. We smile, we go to work, we take care of our families, we handle responsibilities, we keep moving, we keep pushing. But deep down, part of us are still trying to heal. I've lived a life that most people never get to see behind closed doors. I've experienced love, loss, heartbreak, disappointment, and moments that forced me to become stronger than I've ever imagined. For a long time, I carried my pain in silence. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I just thought nobody understood. I was misunderstood a lot. But I smiled when I needed to. I showed up when I ain't even feel like it. I kept moving because life doesn't always stop long enough for us to catch our breath. One day, I realized something. Healing begins when we stop pretending we are okay and start telling ourselves the truth. Can I be honest with you all? There was a season in my life when I thought I was healing because I was functioning. I was working, taking care of responsibilities, showing up for everybody else. But inside, I was surviving. I had become numb. And then I finally realized just because you are surviving does not mean you are healing. Sometimes we've been in survival mode for so long that we forget we deserve peace. We forget that we deserve joy. We forget that we deserve healing too. Looking back, before I could heal, I had to be honest with myself about what hurt me. You got to get honest with yourself, first and foremost. I had to look at the little girl I used to be. The little girl who grew up too fast. The little girl who experienced things she should never had to experience. And I had to remind her, I love you. You deserve love. You deserve protection. You deserve to be seen. Then I had to look at the woman I have become. I had to forgive myself for some choices. I had to I had to stop carrying guilt that wasn't mine to carry. Because sometimes, hmm, the hardest person to forgive is yourself. How many can agree with that? Like, you can, you know, forgive other people easily, or, depending on situation, you can forgive. But for some reason, it be hard forgiving yourself. So I had to sit with that, and I had to deal with that, and I had to reflect and understand that it's okay to forgive myself. That was one of the hardest things. And then grief. I've also learned that healing and grief can exist at the same time. Some losses change you forever. Some moments divide you into life of before and after. One of those moments for me was losing my son to a senseless act of gun violence. Now, this is a touchy conversation for me, and I think that it deserves its own episode, but I'm just sharing with you guys part of my healing journey. And losing my son was a very hard pill to swallow. And I still ain't swallowed it yet. But that loss changed me. It also taught me something. Love doesn't disappear. The people we love continue to live through the purpose they inspired in us. And while my son will always be part of my story, he's not the only chapter. My story is bigger than my pain. Guess what? I'm still here. I'm still growing. I'm still becoming. And what my healing look like today, it looks different. It looks like, I'm choosing myself today. I'm using my voice. I'm writing my book. I'm creating this podcast because that's why Purpose Through Pain exists. Not because I have all the answers. I don't. I'm still a work in progress. But because I'm still walking this journey, I'm still learning, I'm still healing. And if my story helps even one person, then every chapter of my life has a purpose. Before I leave today, I want you to remember something. Whatever you are carrying, you don't have to carry it alone. Your pain is real. Your feelings are valid. But your pain does not get to decide your future. Give yourself grace. Give yourself time and patience. You have to be patient with yourself. And you have to trust your process. Give yourself the time. Give yourself permission. That was big for me. Just simply giving myself permission to heal. Healing isn't about becoming a person who you were before the pain. Healing is about becoming the person you were always meant to be. Thank you for spending this time with me. If today's conversation if today's conversation touched your heart, I will love to hear from you. Leave me a comment and let me know what your healing looks like in your life. And until next time, remember, where you start is not where you're going to finish. I'm your girl T. This is Purpose Through Pain, and I'll see you guys next Thursday.